we are going to load the data that we are going to use for this guided project. So for this project, we are not going to work with any external data. The data that we are going to work with is already in Power BI as a sample data set. So within the report canvas, we have the option to import data from Excel or Microsoft SQL Server, or we can also copy and paste data into a blank table. Then we have this last option where we can try with a sample data set. So using this option, you'll be able to load a sample data set, which you can then use within Power BI to test some of the features and also build your skills. And this is the option that we are going to use to load the data set. So I'm going to click on try a sample data set. Then I'm going to click on load sample data set. Now this will direct us to the navigator window, just like importing any data within Power BI. So within this window, we can take a preview of the data that we are going to work with. So here we have a table and we have a sheet. Now when you are connecting to data from Excel workbook and the data is formatted as a table, you see the table separately from the sheet where the table resides. So if you take a look at the data that we have, which is formatted as a table, and the data that we have within sheet 1, you see that the data is the same. So I'm going to click on the financials, which is formatted as a table. Then I'm going to take a preview of the data set. So here we have segment, we have country, we have product, we have discount band, we have unit sold, manufacturing price, the sales price, gross sales, discount, and then the sales amount, as well as cost of goods sold. Then we also have profit, we have date, we have month number, month name, and then the year. So this is the data that we are going to work with in this guided project. So I'm going to check the financials, which is formatted as a table. Then here we have 3 options. We can load the data directly into Power BI, or we can click transform data. And this will direct us to Power Query Editor, where we'll be able to transform the data. And if I don't want to import the data again, I can use the last option here, which is to cancel. So for this section, we are going to use the second option here, where we are going to transform the data within Power Query. So I'm going to click on transform data. Now this option will direct us to Power Query Editor. Now within this editor, we'll be able to shape and transform the data before we load it into Power BI. So in the next section, we are going to inspect the quality of this data and address any issues that we are going to identify.